Jean-Paul has always loved geometry. He's a nerd like that. Since our first walk from school in second grade, he's had a thing for counting his steps on the way home and for shapes. Jean loves the way a geometrical figure can outline the starting to ending point of a facial expression. The way a pentagon can roadmap a face with a ferocious smirk and a sharp turn of a smile to be cautious of, from the dead end of lips to the blind alley of eyes to the concrete wrinkled intersection on his forehead. Jean's favorite subject, though, is as dangerous as a drunken driver with a suicide bomber in the back seat. Doesn't believe me when I tell him throughout history, geometry has been a catalyst for violence, whether it's an ash-coated mob sent to sea on the angle of a triangular trade route, adding the feeble base of a ship by the stunted height of a situation equaling that the perimeter of their demise was as near as barrel to head, or 1930s Germany, where Nazis with hearts shaped like swastikas love shooting stars like the hexagram of David before pocketing circular-bellied children in rectangular ovens, or rewind to Jerusalem, where the Son of God's halo is bleeding the heavens, stabbed by a circular crown of thorns, then hung up and nailed like an abstract painting of two crucified line segments. But Jean-Paul's favorite subject is geometry, not history, so he wouldn't know any of this. Doesn't realize that the equation of its favorite shape, a triangle, can equal a flat line. Never added it up or thought to look at the area outside the box until an after-school grab for food in a pizza parlor turns to turmoil. A rusty group of symmetrical boys with measured souls start trouble in the 45-degree shadow of a setting sun. Enter the parlor, ordering triangular-shaped pizzas as teens stare, because these boys have a habit of slicing the pepperoni faces of teenagers, but this go around, they'll try something unusual. Wait till John leaves and follows him as he orders another slice for the counting of his steps on our way home. Attack him for the only feasible reason I can think of. The books in his backpack stand out like a three-dimensional figure. So now, John is figuring out just why an equation of a triangle can equal a flat line. 4 pairs of shoes stomping on his sole with the same mic he used to input numbers on a calculator during an exam. So John, be bold, hold your composure, and figure out the problem at hand, like 10.5 to chest, bow. What's 9 to the back, bow. What's 11.5 to the abdomen, bow. Equals a triangular cheese pizza, doggy paddling in a puddle of scarlet blood bleeding from the waterfall of Jean's mouth. So now, Jean understands just how parallel shapes and violence can be. But Jean-Paul still loves geometry, still maps the outline of facial expressions with shapes, and still counts the trail to home. Except now, Jean counts the number of rotations the tire on his wheelchair makes everywhere he goes. He was paralyzed from the waist down, and him and I stopped speaking when I moved in 6th grade, but I will always remember Jean because he showed me that in this number game of life, the only formula worth memorizing is the one that reminds you to always count your blessings, even if they're as simple as the steps to home, because you will never truly know when those steps can be subtracted from your life, or even worse, become history.